Welcome back, guys, to another episode of How Many Shares. Today we're talking about ticker MPW. This is Medical Properties Trust, one stock that I really like that has been beaten down pretty heavily these past couple of months and is yielding currently about a 13.5% dividend, which is phenomenal. Now, for those that are new to the channel, this is a series that I'm doing where we show how many shares you'd have to own of a company to make about $500 a month in dividends, which comes to about $6,000 a year. A lot of money over each year because dividend investing can kind of seem annoying sometimes. You make 60 cents, 70 cents a month just because you don't have that much invested in a company. But when you start compounding that, it really does make a huge difference. So this series is about making that $500 a month, which I chose that number because my car payment is about $500 a month, and I would love to be able to pay with that with simply my dividend returns each month. Now, I don't recommend doing that necessarily. I'm a huge dividend growth. I love reinvesting my dividends, but this is just a series based off of that principle. Now, MPW is it's a decent stock. I wouldn't say it's a good stock. There's a lot going on with the company right now, which we'll talk about a little bit. I also have a full 5-minute DD video on MPW, but it has fallen a bit since I did that video, which was a couple months ago. Some more news came out that was on the negative side, and MPW's price has shown that, and we have seen a dividend increase because of this. Now, if we look at MPW's price, past 6 months down 25%. Now, from the lows, they've already bounced back about 18%, which is pretty phenomenal. But there's still a ways to go. I can't click that. There we go, 18.26. Paying out about 29 cents each quarter, and their dividend history is pretty good too. We'll jump into that next. But if we look at their 1 year chart, down 52%. Normally with a stock like this, I would disavow it. I didn't purchase MPW a year ago. I've been buying it more recently, so my prices are not, I think it was 17. I think my prices are in the 10. So I'm still beaten down about 15%, even more than that. Even the 1K dividend account challenge, we're down. We bought in at about 12. Looking at the 5-year chart, though, we can see it did hit a nice bubble, and the market has been destroying this one. I am a little bit worried about a dividend cut, but we'll see what happens. With the max chart down 21% all time, but it was doing phenomenally. I guess I wouldn't say phenomenally. It was doing pretty well just a couple months ago where it was up 25%. So this 50% swing has really hurt this company. And that's why I'm a little bit worried about dividend cuts. Now, we'll use NASDAQ. We'll jump into their dividend history. 13.8% yield according to them. 29, 29, 28, 27, 26. So we can see that it's been growing its dividends pretty consistently. This is what initially caught my eye since 2008. So jumping back to 2008, let's see what the stock did at that point. 2008, way back here. Yeah, this was the 2008 drop. So they did cut their dividend, and they dropped about 73%. That is pretty crazy. But after that drop, we can see that they ran 250%. So we're below the point. We're not nearly near this $3 mark, but a little bit below that part where it bounced back. Let's jump into the calculation. This stock is speculative. I do own it, but it is risky at best. So calculated out, we have, if we start with $45,000 as our starting principal, we're not contributing anything monthly. All of that money is going in right at the beginning, and we're going to yield for a full year with zero change to the dividend yield. So the annual dividend yield, 13.5. Growth rate, 0. The dividend's not changing. Share price growth, we're not calculating that. Number of years, 1, with max yield being the current. We would return about $6,075 totaled out. That would be, what, $505 a month? My math's probably off on that, but somewhere near that, a little bit over $500 a month. So pretty phenomenal return. When you think about it, I mean, you're looking at a 13.5% return, and when you put in $45,000, it really does end up making you quite a bit of money. The beauty of that is if this were to be the case, so you make $6,000, you reinvest dividends, and all of a sudden you put in $51,000. The next year, you are going to make $6,885. So then go back. We're putting this in. We're going to add another $7,000. We're going to put $5,800 in, $58,000 in, I should say. And now we're making $7,800 a year. So you see what I'm doing here is our compounding interest as we're making more, and if everything stays the same, it really starts adding up. Now, I know this is difficult at first because you're not going to have $45,000 to put into a stock. Most people don't, especially in this market. But there's a lot that you can do over the span of 20 years. You save up $500 each 6 months, $1,000 a year, and you continue to invest that, you continue to reinvest that, and over time it will reward you. So that's why I love this series. That's why I love doing this. This is what I do with my own personal dividend account. And as always, we have the 1K dividend account challenge where we're showing how these dividend stocks are performing this year. So far, it's been pretty rough, but we'll do an update in another week or so on that. So as always, guys, if you could like, comment, share the video, that helps me out a ton. If you're interested in this type of content, go ahead and subscribe. If you like it, I don't want people who don't like the channel to subscribe. It actually makes it worse for me. But I do appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope that you guys do well in the market today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. It is a Friday right now for me. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend, and hopefully we all do well in the market today. See you guys.